for our big deal. Let's watch this. Brett, are you going to tell me about this?
No, you are.
Oh, I am?
Run out of room.
Okay, we are always running out of room. But you want to back up everything? Yeah, take it over here. All right, this is from ClickFree. This is a 128 gigabyte photo and video storage device with the case. I'm going to tell Bet how many photos I have.
Don't even tell me.
But this is going to give you
This makes me...
like massive photos, videos. It is going to be able to archive that from your phone or your tablet. It is only presentation of the day, and the price will go up, and it is our big deal. So before it goes, and I feel like there's never enough room and space, right? Especially when you want to save all your photos and archives. So I'm going to tell you, Brett, ClickFree.
Yeah.
128 gigabyte.
Yeah.
You and I did a little questionnaire before.
Right.
I looked it up, and I want you to look up on your phone to see how many photos and videos that you have. On my personal phone, I have 90,894 photos, 8,000 videos, and on my work phone, I have 10,000 photos.
That's
and
a
I just started
ticking time
QVC,
bomb.
right? And that's exactly why.
Yeah, so this is the answer. And for those of you that look at your phone every day and you see, all right, oh, there's the message, like you saw in that video. I'm out of room, I'm out of room, I'm out of room. So what do? Unless you know how to get the software or put in the cloud and pay money every month, there's no way to put those pictures someplace safe, not just in case something happens to the phone, but you're gonna run out of room. So we showed you at the top, you saw Meg backing up her phone, but I wanna show you something before we do that again live that probably haven't thought about, which is just as important, and that's these guys. We all have, well, I would think somebody has some of these, right?
Yep.
So these are my pictures, me and Lederhosen. Not really sure what was going on that day. Probably, I'm hoping that was Halloween.
You know my husband's Austrian, right?
Well, there you go, so we can relate. But the whole idea is that we have all these photographs and we only have one of each. And what happens when they're gone? What happens when they get in a fire or a flood or whatever it might be? I'm gonna show you a little magic trick. Typically, if you take a picture of a picture, it looks like you took a picture of a picture. Here's 4 of them right here. They're curled, they've got the glare and all that stuff. There's a scanner inside the software that will allow you to do not just one photograph, right? And I'm gonna show you how you get in there. You just basically go into the scanner, you click on open, you hover, you tap, and you're like, well, that doesn't look a whole lot better. Wait till you see this. Boom, there's 1, there's a little glare on that one. There's 2, there's 3, you get the idea. I just captured 4 photographs in what was that, 10 seconds?
Yeah.
So Nancy, if you think about this stack right here, you can blow through that in a couple minutes. You could get through an entire box. Or in the case of my mother-in-law, who has, without exaggeration, she has more than 100 photo albums, because she was a big picture taker pre-digital. You know, then you develop it, you get the negatives, you put them in the book and nobody ever sees them. So now you could look at those on an iPad, you could look at them on a computer, but more importantly, you could share them. You know, you could share them with friends and family. And when I say share, I'm not talking about social media. I'm talking about the one and only shot of my mom. This is her graduation picture, late 50s, early 60s. And she gave me this picture years ago. We had one of those moments where she's like, you know, I'm not going to be around forever. I'm like, Mom, stop. She's like, well, I want you to make sure that this stays with the kids. I was like, Mom, I'm going to make copies of this. She's like, how are you going to do that? I was like this. All I have to do is open up the scanner, hover, snap a picture.
Look at that. It's like a scanner.
It is a scanner. And Nance, I would think, you know, that actually looks a little bit better with color and tone.
That's what you can do.
Okay, I got another magic trick for you.
Okay.
I wish it was color. Okay, so I go there.
This is so cool.
And I hit colorize. Don't even go away. I'm just going to jump into my camera roll where I saved it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brett, this
Isn't that
is
wild?
So priceless.
Isn't
and
that
so
cool?
amazing. Let me give them the color choices
Yeah,
on
please.
this.
Sorry,
and
I
then
got jumped into it there.
I cannot wait to show you my parents as well. Okay, so we've got it in gray. We also have it in blue. We also have it in green. Here it is in beige. Here it is in pink. And finally, lilac. And this, Brett, is reminding me of all the photos that we lost. I'm not kidding.
That's a killer.
Here's a photo of my mom and dad. And these are those old photos, right?
So what year-ish?
I mean, 50s, right?
Wow.
They both passed away. So these photos are priceless to me.
Where was this taken?
It was in Korea.
Okay.
And I got to tell you, Brett, here's what happened to our family photos. Not only are these hard photos, they got lost, They were burglarized. We got burglarized 3 times. We lost so many of our photos. And then we also had them full of mold because they're so old.
They get wet.
This is how you keep these kind of precious memories forever. You digitize it with this, right?
And once you grab those pictures, gang, you can go inside and you can modify the way that they look. You can add different colors and filters and all that stuff to make them look even better, because the technology back then wasn't available to do that. And I know what you're wondering as you look at this video, will this work on my phone? And I don't know what kind of phone you have, but I can say yes. Apple, Android, tablets, meaning Apple, Android, Amazon, and even computers. It's got a tip automatically built in for every device. We just scanned 4 pictures a couple seconds ago. You can do up to 6 pictures at one time. And I go back to the how fast could I get through a box of pictures and digitize them, but you can also do receipts. You can do medical, taxes are right around the corner.
Receipts, taxes, all of that stuff. My husband and I are starting to digitize that.
You need to, because then you can get rid of it. You know, I think the government says 7 years you need to hang on that stuff. You can build slideshows. You can even put little voice messages on a picture, send it to grandma and go, hey, here are the grandkids. If you want to find the pictures you've got on Facebook because you don't know where you got them from, you can do that too. And check this out, Nancy. You can save directly to the ClickFree and bypass the phone, meaning you go to the wedding or you go to a horse riding party. You take all these videos and all these pictures.
This is a great idea.
And on the way out the door, you pop out the ClickFree, you hand it to the bride and groom. They just download the app on the airplane before they get on the airplane, and they can watch their wedding in real time. Well, not real time, the next day, before the pro even gets there. I know we don't have a ton of time, so I want to show you.
Please.
We showed you the old school way. We showed you the pictures and all that stuff. What about what's currently in your phone that's digital? The pictures you take every single day.
You mean the hundreds and thousands?
I mean the ones that you need to back up.
Exactly.
Seriously.
It's a little scary.
All right, so I'm showing you on an iPad because I wanted you to know that you could do it on a phone or a tablet or a computer. This is what the menu looks like. We already did the scan part for the old pictures. Let's do the backup of the phone. And when you load that, it'll find the last couple pictures you have saved. All you have to do is hit backup all and walk away. But stay with me for 30 seconds because you're going to see it.
And look how fast.
Well, here's the thing. The first time you do this, if you really have 100,000 pictures or however many pictures, 20 minutes, half hour, whatever it might take. But this has been backed up recently, and there's only about 50 new pictures.
Right.
It's smart enough to know what it already backed up. Backup successful, and smart enough to know what needs to be done. And I know what you're saying. Okay, now what? Well, now what? It's just a thumb drive. Well, it's more than a thumb drive, but it looks like a thumb drive when it's done, and that will go in any computer. You plug that in, and now you can look at all of your pictures and all of your videos and all of your goodness. And the best part is, Nancy, now you've got an extreme case there. This will hold 30,000 pictures at once. But you could do the first 30,000, drag them to your computer, pop it in again, take the next 30. I would hope most people don't have 100,000 pictures.
So much quicker. By the way, our technical director was talking about her backing up pictures and how long it took.
It takes forever.
It takes forever.
Well, it's tedious.
It really does.
It's not the amount of time it takes to watch it happen.
Yeah.
It's the time to get the software and all that stuff. There's none of that here.
And it makes it so easy, and the fact that you can use this as a scanner for so much more than just photos, right?
Yeah, receipts, all the good stuff.
Receipts, medical receipts, that's what we use it for. Taxes as well. Everything is getting digital. Let's go through color choices. We have it on a big deal right now. If you purchase it separately, it would be almost $220. We have it in beige, we have it in pink, lilac, gray, blue, and green. And this is such a great wedding gift as well. I love that.
Better than a
gift
blender
idea,
to be able to hand them their wedding right there, all the videos
this
and all the
is
pictures.
priceless.
Pretty cool.
Thank you so much, Brett.
Thank you. See you soon.
It's our ClickFree Pro 128 gigs, and it is the lowest price we've offered on the 128 gig. All right, coming up from